Pluto goes retrograde on April 24th. Now Pluto is the tiniest, weeniest, small planet, but like they say, dynamite comes in small packages. That is what Pluto is. And when it goes retrograde on April 24th, and many of us actually contemplate on the fact that when Pluto is a very new addition to the astrological system, what happened before 1930 when Pluto was not discovered? Well, I would say people were contemplating and pondering that why are there certain periods in life when a person becomes very numb, or a person becomes very speechless, or a person becomes... Now that was the Pluto's effect on individuals' energies of the body. In 1930, one had discovered Pluto, and one had also discovered that what is the effect of Pluto on the energies of an individual's body and mind. So Pluto may be the smallest of the small and the slowest of the slow planet, but don't confuse its puny size with powerlessness. Pluto, they say, is transformational. And how are these transformations taking place? I would say in the same way a tornado might transform one's home. And transformational, is it a comfortable ride? No way. Normally I always advocate and tell people, don't fear changes in life, because changes are for the better. But here the transformation will break you down. You may actually feel as if some tornado has come into your life and there is a whirlwind thing happened in your life. But eventually when it settles down, it is for the better. The newness comes into your life. This is how you look at it. Everything breaks down and then the newness sets in, and you are a whole new human being with actually a whole new life in front of you. So Pluto is a very brutal master. He's unrivaled in his ability to break down the structured existence, which is what most people may say, that it invokes the holiest of the terms. It will completely transform you. It will completely transform your spiritual perceptions also. So basically the transformation is in your perceptions, how you are seeing life, and why have you changed your stance. So sometimes it actually shakes you up, because that's something that you had faith in, probably things come to the forefront and your faith breaks. So basically it is not the faith that breaks, it just makes you realize that what you were thinking was wrong. Now you have to adopt to a new way of thinking. So Uranus breaks, Neptune dissolves, and Pluto destroys. This destruction is for the better. Sometimes we are so rigid in our minds, we are so stubborn in our minds, we are so stubborn about our own ideas, we are so rigid about certain values that we have been conditioned in, that we refuse to move with the times. And successful are those people who change and adapt to the going times. That's what is known as progressive. So you can't be regressive. Sometimes the old doesn't work, and you have to adapt to the new. So when Pluto starts going retrograde, you yourself start thinking that if you don't change with the times, you are actually destroyed. So don't fear that, the Pluto, which is a small planet, and we are talking here about, we have to use the words destroy for the simple matter that I have no other word to say. I won't say demolish. Demolish, actually I find it very cruel, but I would say it destroys your faith, it destroys your stubbornness, it destroys your rigidity, and you need to clean and declutter your surroundings and your mind and your body for the new to set in. There are times when people tell me, no, I have been born that way, I have been conditioned that way, and I feel that those conditionings were correct. At that time I tell them that, look here, if we need to be with today, if we need to be happy, we have to surrender to the higher energies, adapt to the prevailing conditions, and then you will see that contentment will follow. They say there are three things in life which a person needs to keep in mind. One is exuberance, that you need to always feel happy with the changing times, adapt to the new and be inquisitive. This exuberance of yours will actually bring in intoxication. You will feel happy because the old doesn't work, the new works, and things are progressing every day. People are making life easier in a particular way. So rather than getting addicted and stuck to the old, we are exuberant to adapt the new, get intoxicated and be happy with the new that is coming in, feel happy about the existing circumstances. That will bring a stillness in your mind. So, but if you are not exuberant to get intoxicated with what's happening in the new, the stillness will never come because you'll always be frustrated. That's what I mean, that when Pluto is getting retrograde, it actually destroys the perceptions. It actually tells you and brings you face to face with certain facts that are not working, and you need to make up your mind that it is the time to move on. If you don't, then nobody else gets destroyed, but your own psyche, your own emotions, your own well-being, your own surroundings, they get destroyed. So when Pluto retrogrades, we are given an opportunity to dive below the surface and better acquaint ourselves with this psychic subconscious material. Because Pluto is an incredibly slow moving planet, the transits from Pluto to a natal chart may last 3 years or more. At this particular time, I really need every individual who's hearing me out. It's very important to get your natal chart mates, know exactly where the Pluto was, what are the planets it's affecting, because once you know that your Pluto was in a particular house affecting a particular area of your life, you're better able to take care of it when this Pluto is going to go retrograde. If it is affecting the emotional planets of your chart, then you need to take care of your emotions. If it is actually affecting the career planets of your chart, then you need to take care of your professional life. And sometimes it's a mixed bag. So it's very important to have your natal chart in your hands to know exactly where the Pluto is and where it is affecting, so that during the Pluto's retrograde, you're better able to handle those spheres of your life. Pluto transits can dominate entire years of your life because the effect remains for 3 years. If one of a natal planet is caught in the crossfire of the Pluto's aspect or Pluto's retrograde, the effects may be particularly intense and long-lasting. And actually, if you just give it a little thought, you will realize that sometimes when we have emotional breakdowns, it takes us a long time to overcome it. Sometimes when we have professional breakdowns, it does take us a long time to overcome it. So don't say that I am scaring you. I'm just making you aware. And forewarned is always forearmed, that getting your natal charts made, knowing exactly which are the areas the Pluto retrograde is going to aspect or affect you, you are better able to handle yourself. And this doesn't mean, this basically I would say, we have been going carefree. Now is the time to just mellow down. In order to bring the stillness into your life, you need to know that, okay, this is what is going to happen. Let me re-examine my relationships, or let me re-examine my career or my business or my professional arena, because money and honey definitely go very together. If you've got a skeleton or two in the closet, let's face it, chances are from April 24th through October 3rd, 2019, it might come to the forefront. So, truthfulness and honesty will pay. So you can't say that, okay, fine, now I've put the things in the back burner, they may not come in the forefront, and you try to show a different face to the world. Basically, this means that take proper care. We all have our dark secrets 100%. Right, so you just need to take care that those dark secrets don't surface. And how do you actually ensure that they will not surface? By confronting your own self, what needs to be done. So once you're better prepared for this, that April 24th to October 3rd, 2019, it is a period of transformation, because my previous conceptions or perceptions of life will break down, and I need to declutter my mind and my surroundings for a better, cleaner environment. So basically we are cleaning. This is the time when we recognize that these are the faults in us, and if we really want a very stillness and a happy future for ourselves, we need to transform, make the pledges and resolve to ourselves. You don't have to resolve to the world or the people around you. Just resolve to yourself that you want to make a new beginning, or you want to clean yourself and move on in life with a more correct approach, which is applicable to you yourself. Now, I never believe that other people can tell me what is correct or incorrect. I need to look into my own eyes at the end of the day and see whether I'm doing things correctly or incorrectly.